Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. First of all, you guys know the drill. If you guys please smash that like button, I'd really appreciate it. If you guys could leave a comment down below, I don't care what it is, it super helps the channel out. It's Tuesday morning, it's bright and early, we're back in the shop. It has been absolutely crazy. Super cold outside right now, it's a little slick coming here. I actually got up about 4:45 this morning to get a head start getting here, just so I could avoid some icy roads in case there were some accidents or something like that. So get up a little bit earlier, guys, get to work, drive a little slower. So in the shop today, we have a 2010 Toyota Highlander. Now, this vehicle came in for some cosmetic repairs as well as a slight fender bender. You can see here it's been bumped in the back, which kind of took out the impact absorber and the tail light, and the rear door right here has got a little crease in it. So we'll probably have to do a little bit of repair here as well as in the jamb a little bit. We'll probably have to spray in some paint in the door jamb. As you can see, we got a little crinkle right there, so we'll go ahead and fix that up, paint in this jamb, and do a little repair there. We got a brand new tail light right there. Bumper covers on the stand already. We got to unwrap it. We'll get it prepped up, ready to go. As you can see, I have a bunch of tape pieces on this vehicle. I haven't actually finished yet. You can see here, we got a ding here. We're going to go ahead and redo the front bumper cover. Our grille is pretty dull. A lot of clear coat's kind of starting to fail on this vehicle. We got a few pretty aggressive rock chips on the hood. Overall, the vehicle's in really good shape. It just has been about 12, 13 years of daily driven abuse. So we do have a few dings. This customer would rather invest into this vehicle than buy a new one, which I think is a very smart idea this day and age. A new Toyota Highlander is a lot of money. So doing a few cosmetic repairs and bringing up the maintenance, new wheels, new tires, stuff like that is a much smarter and wiser financial decision. So you can see here, we have several pieces of tape, which only leaves a few panels, about 3 panels, I believe, excluding the roof, that are untouched. Being that it's a blue color like this, a metallic color, I feel like it's a wiser decision to just go ahead and prep out this whole vehicle and do a full respray. It's not heavy body work, so it kind of means it's more of a prep job and a masking and paint job over anything. So the body work on this is not heavy. So we'll go ahead and actually, I've talked to the customer and we increased the invoice just a little bit. I gave him a hell of a deal, honestly, because originally when we talked, we weren't going to be doing a complete. And by a complete, I mean we aren't going to be doing the roof. We aren't going to be painting the mirrors. We're going to be removing all the door handles, and we won't be refinishing those. We probably won't be refinishing the rocker panel. So there are a few things that we won't be touching on this. So it's not a 100% complete, but it's about a 90 and 95% complete. So it's going to come out awesome, guys. It's just a much wiser decision to go ahead and do all the little dings, scratches. We just don't have a lot of blend room on some of these panels. And with a color like this, especially a 12, 13-year-old vehicle that's faded out a little bit, just a much smarter idea to go ahead and refinish the whole vehicle. I think in the end, the job will look much, much better. I think he'll be much happier. And like I said, I gave him a hell of a deal as far as how much it increased versus if somebody came in for a complete, because completes are a lot of work, guys. So anyways, I did hire a new body guy and he kicks ass. His name is Sean. I actually went to tech school back at BTC back in 2006 with him, and I went to school with him for about 2 years, and he was actually my partner in class. But he is an amazing body guy. He's got lots of experience. He can do jobs start to finish. He can even paint. Anyways, he is just kicking ass, flying through these jobs already. I'm blown away, so I'm sure he'll blow through this pretty quick. In the spray booth here, we do have a 2021 Mazda CX5. Now, Sean is so fast that he actually is doing these repairs faster than I can even get them on video. This vehicle came in last Friday. It was a front end collision, and we're talking just completely crunched in the front end. You couldn't even get the driver's door open. You had to crawl through the passenger seat And so basically we did a new fender, as you can see. We had to straighten out these brackets. We had to do a little bit of a pull on this upper frame rail. We have a new upper OEM tie bar. We have OEM hood hinges. We have a brand new hood. What else do we got? We got all sorts of things here. New bumper cover, new grille, all that stuff, of course. You can see here we got a lot of primer on our brand new hood. Unfortunately, this hood, very expensive hood, by the way. This hood was about $600, and it came to us pretty severely damaged. And a lot of the problems is when you get these hoods off the freight trucks, you don't have time to sit there and cut the boxes open. So you just kind of, most of the time things are okay. A lot of times when you get new panels, it's normal to find a little ding like we did on this fender, or a little bent corner on the edge of your hood. It's pretty normal. Sometimes a little ding or two, no big deal. But this one had a little more than I would have liked, but I did reach out to Car Parts. I actually order a lot of parts from Car Parts Wholesale and also carparts.com. That's where I get a lot of my aftermarket repop restoration parts and stuff. So anyways, I reached out to them, and they're really good on covering labor. I don't reach out to them at all on the little tiny little dings and little cosmetic things like that. But on this one, it took about half a day to repair, and I reached out to them. So they're gonna go ahead and actually give us a little bit of a partial refund. I agreed to the amount. So they're a great company to work with, so shout out to them. Anyway, so today we are going to go ahead and get things switched around. We're actually going to start getting this prepped out. We're going to go ahead and prep this hood, fender. We're going to get the door handle and mirror off this vehicle. We're going to get this door set up for blend, as well as this front fender over here. We're going to go ahead and blend this front fender where our bumper is going to meet, and we're going to go ahead and shoot some color on the top of this fender, and of course re-clear out the whole fender. That way our color is supreme. You can see we already got it cut in. I actually had a pretty difficult time getting a good color match, so we are going to go PPG on this to get a better color match. We were trying Luma base on this, and it just was not a good match. So we are going to go ahead and get some PPG paint for this. And you can see here where we're butted up here against this A-pillar. We were not going to be blending this A-pillar for color. I like to leave the OEM paint, especially on something new, if I can. So I'm trying to do as bare minimum, but we are going to be blending this door. So we are going to be a butt match on this A-pillar. Our color that we used to cut in just was not good enough. So it would have been a night and day difference between these two panels. So I just was not happy. So like I said, we're going to go ahead and get this thing switched around. We're going to go ahead and try to get this thing prepped out today. Tomorrow I'd like to get it masked up, possibly paint it. But by the end of the week, I'd like to get this thing painted and potentially all the way back together by Friday. We don't have a tight delivery date, but it would be nice to pretty much have it painted and mostly assembled by the end of the week. All right, guys, I just want to take a little break here. I just want to take a little moment to let you guys know that this video is sponsored by, well, me. That's right, you heard it, me. So nobody's here sponsoring my videos. So if you guys could please take a moment right now and pause this video, go right below the video, and there's a thumbs up button. Hit that video. If you guys are watching on a TV, use your arrows, hit the up, go up and over, and you should be able to like the video as well. And anyways, I appreciate it, and I'll get back to the video. On the part stands here, I had some time yesterday, and while I primed the CX-5 here, I went ahead and primed up our Jetta parts. Now, unfortunately, when we got this wing from Wings West, which honestly, guys, for the price we paid for these panels, I wish they had a little more quality to them. They do fit good, but they're just in rough shape when you get them. Now, granted, these panels could have been sitting on our shelves for potentially over 20 years. I would like to think that they haven't, but it's possible that these panels have been sitting on our shelves for quite some time. So we got a lot, it's hard to see with the guide coat on, but we got lots of little pinholes. I had 2 cracks that I had to fix, one down here, which was really bad, and one hairline fracture up here. Well, when I primed, I discovered one more hairline fracture right here. So we're gonna have to reopen this up. And I also have one hairline fracture right here from where the tail light mounts. So we're gonna have to go ahead and dig out a couple spots. Plus we have a little tiny hole on the front corner here. So we are probably gonna have to fix up a few spots and reprime those spots. We do have several pinholes as well. We fixed a lot of pinholes. A lot of times you just can't see them until you actually get some fresh paint on them. So in this case, when we primed things, we went ahead and saw a lot, which is a good thing. So it's okay, we can go ahead and fix them up. Pinholes are fairly easy. We can fix those before paint and just use epoxy primer to cover them up. But these cracks are more severe, so they are gonna have to be fixed up and respot primed. Our hood filler panel here from Strictly Foreign, really rough shape as well. Lots of pinholes. We went ahead and fixed it up, but of course, when we primed it, we did discover a few more pinholes, but no cracks or anything like that. So overall, in pretty good shape. Just needs a little bit of fix up. So we probably will be able to get away with repairing that and just go ahead and paint it out. This will probably have to get respot primed. The center spoiler here actually came out pretty good. We do have a few pinholes across this front edge. Our end plates are pretty good on the face. We've already kind of fixed up some pinholes. The back sides of them have some pinholes as well, but you're never gonna see them, so we're not too worried about that. So I believe that most of the panels can be saved, but that main section of the spoiler here definitely has to get some more repairs, which is super unfortunate for how much we spent on it. Our OEM front bumper, we went ahead and buzzed that out. We shaved our license plate holes. We went ahead and got it applied with a high build primer. So we're gonna let that kick for a little bit, probably a few days, and we'll go ahead and start prepping on that after it kind of starts to kick. Even though it's fully dry, primer still kind of is curing for a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and give that at least a couple more days before we start prepping in on it. So here is the bumper. The lower section and the upper section of the bumper, which this part will attach to the grill, and the grill will go in the center here, and our headlight there on the CX-5. So I'm gonna go real quick here. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Of course, it's nothing too fancy, but here is our Jetta. We do have the front end, the two fenders, the hood, as well as the driver's door. We still have a few more chips and scratches, but it's pretty much sanded out for the most part. The bodywork has been roughed in, and we've just put a quick skim coat of some glaze filler, which is just a really light body filler. Used to just kind of tie in the rougher scratches to get it into a finer grit and take care of some just real minor imperfections. So we're gonna go ahead and cut these down, get them into a 180 grit. That way we can have the front end and the driver's door ready for primer. I don't want to open up too much more of the car in case it has to go outside for during the day or two. I do want to get the front end here sealed up. If I have time by the end of the week, I would love to at least get the front end of this vehicle and the door in high build primer. And then we'll go ahead and later on, we'll go ahead and start opening up the rest of the vehicle for repair. But we are moving along on the Jetta. I do have a desired date to get this done by the end of the year, to get it all painted and hopefully mostly assembled. In the lift bay, Del Sol's covered in dust, guys. Let me jump around here. You can actually see I have my cowl panel off and wipers off. We actually dropped this off at Pro Tint and a better windshield. My boy at Pro Tint, Rafa, went ahead and hooked it up with a brand new windshield. This is the second windshield I've had to put in this car. Unfortunately, the first one only lasted about 48 hours tops, and it already had a crack in it. Not the installer's fault, by the way. I had a rock come up and just hit me in the right spot and just happened to crack. So anyways, we have a brand new windshield. Not a big deal because we're not going to be driving this car until spring, but we are doing a few maintenance things and upgrades to the vehicle. It's a really nice car. We are going to get collector plates in January for it. So I'm just kind of going through the checklist of things as well as the coupe, getting some things fixed up. That way we don't have to wait till the last minute in spring and rush to get things done when we're trying to drive the vehicles. I'd like to get them all fixed up, all the things that bother me, anything that needs to be done, fixed up. For the green car, we are going to be doing the timing belt, the water pump, probably a full tune-up, and I'd like to adjust the valves, and as well as some oil change on it, and we'll go ahead and get it ready for spring. So in the spring we'll go ahead and pull them out and we'll go ahead and do a detail on them, but I'd like to get all the mechanical maintenance as well as this. We're probably going to get a Moroso pan on the right-hand drive Turbo Civic Coupe. You can see we have a couple oil drips here. I've been fighting this problem for a while. We've replaced every gasket and seal on this vehicle more than 2 times, and we're still just fighting an oil leak. I believe it's my return line, so we're going to go ahead and upgrade to a Moroso oil pan. Just a little deeper, a little bigger. Comes with a bung for an oil return line, and we're going to try to fix up our 10-an oil drain from the turbo. And we're going to go ahead and see if we can't get this thing sealed up so it's not making a mess. That's why you kind of see the dust hole parked a little bit further back. So that also could be part of the reason why we're getting a little bit of smoke. I think we're getting a little bit of backed up oil inside the turbo, just kind of making it a little bit on the smoky side, a little more smokier than we want. Plus it's just making a mess. So we're going to go ahead and do fix that up, and we're going to go ahead and do an oil change on this thing as well. And you can see we have the spindles off, and today we are going to be going ahead and reinstalling those when Mikey gets here. So we have our left hand spindle here. You can see we have a brand new hub, and you can see we have a brand new bearing. We've already replaced the lower ball joints. We went ahead and just scuffed these up real quick with a wire brush, cleaned them, and just hit them with some satin black spray paint to clean them up. Same thing with this. You can see our dust shields are super bent up, in rough shape, but that's okay. You never see them. They're pretty thin, so it's pretty normal for them to get a little bit bent. But you can see we have brand new bearing, brand new hub, and everything's looking pretty good. So when Mikey gets here, we're gonna go ahead and have him reinstall these, get this car down on the lift, get it out of here. We have a Nissan Gloria coming in today for an oil change and an exhaust repair. So there you have it, guys. That is about all I got for you today. So that makes a total of 4 of us basically in the shop during the week. We have me, of course. We have Sean. He's doing a lot of the body and the prep work. And we have Teo. He's doing a lot of detailing and prep work, and he's kind of helping me out with odds and ends. And we have Mikey that comes in once a week, does odds and ends, pretty much anything mechanical, and kind of helps out around the shop as well. All right, and over here, guys, I do have some body filler, some 1/4-inch fine line tape, and an extra tube of cream hardener. Now, we ran out of body filler yesterday, so I swung by Westco on the way home to pick some up, and I was blown away this morning when I actually looked at the invoice to see what I paid. And guys, my total invoice for these 3 items was $89.36. Now you can see here our Euro-filled gold gallon, 1/4-inch waterborne red tape, and our 4-ounce tube of cream hardener. All 3 items at my price. The filler alone was $68. These used to be about $39, guys. I'm not sure what happened, if they've made a mistake or if things just increased, which is pretty normal. The material cost these days is absolutely insane. So when people come here thinking that they're going to get their car painted for $1,500, it's absolutely a slap in the face, because the paint materials cost $1,500, guys. To get good stuff, the paint materials are a minimum of about $1,500 to do a complete respray. So that's before we even think about pulling the car inside the shop. So I am going to check with Westco tonight to see if that is the actual cost of the filler. That definitely jumped up a little bit in price, which is absolutely insane. This is good stuff. Of course, there is cheaper body filler out there, but you get what you pay for. You'll spend much more money in time, labor, and sandpaper getting the cheap stuff. So I do recommend getting a decent filler, and at the end of the day, this is still pretty cheap, but I cannot believe the price of that. It's absolutely insane. If that's really the price, then we may be switching to a better quality, maybe 3M or something like that. So absolutely blown away. Also here on the table, guys, I have some vinyl wrap tools. Now you can see that we're obviously not a vinyl wrap shop, but we do have to wrap the center section on the Fast and Furious Jetta with a piece of carbon fiber that we're probably going to go get from Tech Wrap. So I went ahead and ordered, and you can see these 3 items here, this bag of tools, this 3M knifeless tape, and this 3M primer. These 3 items were just shy of $100. So guys, this is very expensive. We got some primer. This is basically some good adhesion promoter for the edges and stuff like that. A lot of the guys will use this around their door edges and their door handles and mirrors, stuff like that. Anywhere where they have think they might have a problem where the adhesion or an edge might be that could potentially lift up, it really just enhances the adhesion. We have our knifeless tape. So this basically has a wire in it that can pull and cut right through your vinyl. That way you're not using any razor blades on the vehicle to cut into the paint. And we have a set of tools here. You can see there's several things. I haven't even opened it up yet, so let's go ahead and open it up and see what we got. You can see we have some squeegees. You can actually see we have several squeegees. Actually, there's quite a bit, and actually it's pretty cool that there's magnets in them. So that's kind of cool. So we got several squeegees there. You can see they actually stick together. You can see the magnets in there. That's pretty good idea there. And wow, I like that. And we got a little squeegee. These are from Zanik or Zank. I don't know how you say that, but anyways, that's the brand. We do have some magnetic little holders here. We actually got 4 of them. There's 2 in each pack here. We have a razor blade cutter to cut the vinyl. We have some plastic razor blades and a plastic scraper that holds the plastic razor blades. We have a series of little wedged style plastic tools and utensils. And wow, those are actually magnetic too, guys. That's actually pretty cool. They're actually all sticking together. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. But yeah, so that's pretty nice. So there's kind of a series of those. You can see here, it gave us a couple knives with some extra razor blades. It has a little X-Acto knife with some extra razor blades. That's pretty nice. So you got 3 knives plus a cutter. It gave you these little square, triangular little tools here, I guess, as well. I'm not sure what those are used for. Probably just to help you push in vinyl in certain places. Looks like you got one more little wedge tool here. Little squeegee. And also gives you a couple gloves as well. So that's what you guys get for about $100. Of course, there are cheaper knifeless tapes out there, but I do recommend 3M, always reliable. So anyways, that's a nice little kit. We probably got way more tools than we actually need to do our one piece of vinyl, but we are looking to get into a little more vinyl wrap around here as well. So anyways, I appreciate you guys rocking with the channel. I appreciate anybody liking the videos. I appreciate all you guys that have subscribed. I really would enjoy some more feedback, so if you guys can leave some feedback, good, bad, I don't care. I appreciate it. You guys are in control of the channel and which way we go, and as we grow, it could really change and enhance the quality of the channel and the content as well. So anyways, if you guys haven't yet, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one. Rah.
Ooh, like LeBron, though, or like Lonzo. Ooh, I'm a baller, yeah, shot caller, yeah. They love me, you can't touch me, nah, can't trust me. I'm too lucky. Look at me, look at you, what you see, what you do.